About 10 minutes trying to debate who should be the player of the game. We were talking about it in that last timeout. Great effort by Reggie Middleton, 16 points, leads all Eagle scorers. Mantoris Robinson, 15 and 6, has big free throws at the end of the game to steal it. Reggie Middleton has a big basket that helps fuel a little bit of a run down the stretch. But overall, in Eagle land, you have to be extremely pleased with this win. How did the Eagles do it?
I'll tell you one thing, consistent effort from start to finish. The first matchup between these two, there were runs by Coastal. You didn't really see any of that. They had the late run with the free throws. That's the only one I can think of the entire ball game. A great effort start to finish, adjustments through the game. I mean, just a great game to watch as far as the coaches making adjustments, the players, who was stepping up, who was in foul trouble. Look at the lead changes, 14 scores tied, and
14
12
ties.
lead changes. I mean, just a back-and-forth type ball game. Winthrop finally stretches it out, and then Coastal fights it back to make it really interesting at the end.
First half looked like it was Winthrop's pace, 26-24 at the break, 41-40, maybe a little bit out of the comfort zone, but they were able to score more points than the opponent.
Yeah, and they got on a roll there in the second half. The one thing I didn't like kind of along that line, Coastal got in a rhythm midway through the second half, started pumping in the points. Their shots were coming easier. But I tell you, again, the Eagles spread things out and really picked it up defensively. They made some adjustments, and all of a sudden, they started picking up a few more fouls, but at the same time, they got some stops there when they needed it and stretched the lead.
Andy Bushett had a great game. He probably wouldn't win player of the game, but I think he's deserving of mention. 9 points, 8 rebounds. He played angry, and I mean that in a good way.
Well, he attacked the basket, and that was so critical. We've seen games where they kind of go up and make the shot a few feet from the basket. No, he was going in. He was not going to be denied. He wanted to pick up the foul or make the basket, and so I really like his aggressiveness. 4 of 8 from the floor, 9 points. He also had 3 blocked shots tonight, so a great effort by Bushert.
And Chad Gray has a terrific 32 minutes for the Chanticleers. Eagles were able to shut him down the final 8.
Yeah, 7 of 14 from the floor, 17 points off the bench. He did disappear a little bit there late in the ball game, but 7 rebounds to go with it, so just an outstanding game off the bench for Chad Gray.
And you see 41% for the Eagles. The field goal percentage is so big. When Winthrop shoots over 40% in the Randy Peele era, the win-losses is amazing. And they hold Coastal, which is a high-scoring team. They came in today 74 points a game. They're held to 70% on the field goal percentage, and 10 points under their average.
Yeah, exactly. And that was one of the keys. I felt like Coastal had to hold Winthrop below 36%. You look at this winning streak lately, the one loss came when the Eagles shot less than 36%. So, again, Coastal wasn't able to check that one off. Free throw percentage, 62 for Winthrop. They got the job done really at their pace or average for this year. Coastal, that's how they got back in this game late. 81%, they were nailing the free throws. And then turnovers, I mean, look at what both teams did, taking care of the basketball tonight. 8 turnovers for Coastal and just 7 for Winthrop. So a great job holding on to the ball and making good passes.
Well, it's not on the stat sheet, or it's not a written rule, but if you have more assists to turnovers, you out-rebound your opponent, and you shoot over 40%, you're going to win a lot more games than you're going to lose.
Exactly. And one of the things, too, good guard play and pressure the guards. Those were 2 things that Winthrop needed to do. I think they did it. Between Greenwood, Newman, and Evans, they only scored 13 points, but a key there, going back to your point, 10 assists total for Coastal. They're a team that averages right at 16. So Winthrop was disturbing their passing game and their normal ball distribution, so they didn't move the ball as effectively. And again, a great matchup because you're looking at the number 1 and 2 defenses in the conference tonight.
And they hold an all-conference player, Joseph Harris, 10 points, 12 rebounds. He had 16 in the first meeting this year, but he wasn't much of a factor down the stretch.
He really wasn't. We were trying to figure out who they were going to go to. Yeah. He's always dangerous, but again, he had gotten kind of quiet, 4 of 9 from the floor. He really cleaned the glass with 12 rebounds, so he gets his double-double, but he's not as dangerous as he typically is with 15 points and 9 boards.
Well, a good win, an important win, but now it's on to the next one.
That's right. What is it? You give them 24 hours to celebrate, wipe it away, and get back to business. But a great step up. And I tell you what, a great tribute. 2,400 fans here tonight in
pretty lousy weather.
Pretty lousy weather. Yeah. So, a great victory for the fans that came out.
All right, well, we're going to take a moment here to see whether we're going to take – well, we have Reggie Middleton. We're going to We're going to take a break first, and we'll be right back. Eagles win 67-64.
Right now by Reggie Middleton, our player of the game. Reggie, 16 points. And Coach told me before the game, in order for you guys to do well against Coastal, you were going to have to step up and make some shots. Looks like he did that.
Yeah, I mean, he made sure I was the leader of the team. I mean, I'm the point guard, so as long as I'm leading the team and got everybody together, we can win.
Definitely. Now, you guys cut the gap with Coastal taking another loss in the conference. You guys are inching closer and closer to the top. I'm sure all the other teams in the league are pretty excited about that. How do you guys feel to down not only your rival but the top team in the conference?
Well, taking off the top team, it makes us ahead of the teams that we're tied with. So I think we might be like third place now. Then we go up, and we still have to play Radford, who's in front of us also. So it's a possibility that we can be the #1 team at the end of the season.
Now, how do you guys take the energy you had tonight as you go off to Radford?
You just keep winning and keep building off of it, practicing every day, going hard every day.
Thanks so much. Congratulations. Mike and Jim, back to you.
All right, well, now we see the Coca-Cola player of the game, and now I think we should segue into the play of the game. Not the player, but the play.
The Comporium play of the game is going to involve our player of the game, Reggie Middleton, here driving down the court. Recognition, got the defense on its heels, goes up strong, makes the bucket, and was fouled. He nails the free throw, and that put Winthrop up 58-51, just under 5 minutes to go. That was a key series right there that stretched that lead out that Winthrop was able to extend and then hold on to right at the end of the ball game.
All right, well, Nicole has Eagles head coach Randy Peele, and we're going to go to that right now.
Thanks, guys. Coach, you had a big win over the top team in the conference right now, and you said what you needed to do was keep them from getting to the line. It looks like you did that. They only got to the line 16 times.
Well, you know, it's one of the things I pointed out to our team. I believe we shot 21 free throws tonight, which I knew that was a big factor for us. But, you know, we defend well enough, I mean, to win a championship tonight. You know, I think they were averaging 75 a game. Our defensive field goal was like 37, which is tremendous. I was really pleased with that. So I just had guys make big plays. You know, down the stretch, they went boxing one, and Reggie hit a floater in the left corner. Andre Jones, you know, hit one in the left corner. Then they went back to man. But I thought down the stretch, like Andre Jones and Reggie Middleton, especially Reggie, was very good down the stretch. Now, Mantoris Robinson also said, you know, when Manny gets, you know, when he has those games where we get 4 points, we struggle. But tonight he had 15 for us. He made the three, and a couple of times he played really well for us.
Now, you guys just down the top team in the conference, your biggest rival. What kind of confidence does that bring you as you guys move on?
It's all about improvement. You know, it's never as good as you think it is. It's never as bad. You got to stay on an even plane, and got to continue to improve. I think the thing that, you know, my message to them was, you know, I told them, I said, I've been here for 4 straight NCAA tournament appearances. I'd like to think that we can be a factor in this race. So don't stop talking about us yet.
Thank you so much, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
Exciting win here for the Eagles, 67-64. And Nicole, you can really see the team building confidence here.
They definitely are building confidence, and I spoke to Coach Peele before the game. He said, what I really need is I need Mantoris to be scoring points. It scared him against Charleston Southern when he was only put 4 points on the board, so he said he needs to see about, 10 points from Mantoris and 7 boards, and he also really wanted to see Reggie Middleton step up, so it was so great to see him step up and drop those important shots.
All right, great job today. Thank you very much. Jim Reno, now you got the rest of the schedule looms pretty large. Eagles still right there in the mix.
No bad road schedule trips. They do go on the road for a big game up at Liberty on Thursday night. But again, you put it aside after tomorrow. Get back in the gym, start working on some things. But I like what I'm seeing. That's 6 out of 7. And, they've got some road victories in there as well. So they can gain confidence from those two things, the road victories and the victory over the #1 Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
Well, pretty good day for Winthrop. The women win earlier today, 44-38. You saw that right here. And, of course, the big win for the men over the Chanticleers. They were 9-1 coming in. Big win for the Eagles. Little momentum as they go on now to Liberty and the rest of the schedule. Also, the bracket buster coming up as well. So, for Nicole Darren, Jim Reno, our wonderful crew did a great job. Doubleheader work today. Great job, everybody. I'm Mike Pacheco, and we'll see